Hey guys, happy Friday. Let's see if anybody else hangs out on Friday nights at home. Well, I hope somebody joins me. I don't want to do this by myself. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and start and we'll see what happens. Hi, Courtney. It's you and I, girlfriend. We're the only ones on here right now. But hopefully we get a couple other people. You're probably right in the middle of dinner time over there in Arizona. All right, I'm going to give it another minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and start. Hopefully you guys can't hear my children in the background. They're asking how many minutes until we go to Disney. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start, Courtney. So you're getting the one-on-one treatment right now. And then hopefully some other people will join us. I know lots of people were asking me to do this, so I'm going to do it. I hope they can watch it. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to do first sniffs for, well, not necessarily first sniffs, but live sniffs for the Bring Back My Bar fragrances that are coming back on Monday for the month of January. But before I do that, I'm going to show you guys Stardance Warmer. Hey, Steph. And the Vanilla Mint scent too that is also coming out on January 1st. So I know I sent out a lot of samples already. If you guys have gotten them, I would love to know what you think about it. On my team, it's kind of a mixed bag. Some of us really like it. Some of us don't like it. I'm in the like it camp. I think this is a really great scent, and I think it's going to be a good seller. I think it's perfect for the season. So let's talk about that one first, and then we will go into Bring Back My Bar. So the scent of the month for January is Vanilla Mint, and it has this like, it's almost like metallic, like shimmery green sticker, and the wax is bright white. It's really, really pretty. It reminds me of Ivy and Water Lily because it's just super stark white wax, which is really cool. And the description is wintergreen frost sparkles over vanilla and frozen citrus. And so I had no idea what to expect with this. I was thinking maybe marshmallow mint, which I know a couple of my team members were thinking and hoping for. And but when I read the description that it had citrus, I just was kind of confused. So I was really eager to try this one when I got it. And it's really good. You definitely get mint in there. It's a wintry mint. It's wintergreen. But it is that wintry mint type smell. And you do smell a little bit of vanilla. And you smell a little bit of the citrus. And I think that's kind of what makes it so different, is that it's very, very, very slight citrus. It's not really heavy. But it's not a very sweet scent. I find it to be fairly strong. Not super strong, but middle of the road. And to me, it warms really nice. It's not over minty. It's not over citrusy. There's just a tiny bit of citrus. There's definitely vanilla in there, I think, to kind of smooth everything out, but it's not, if you're not a vanilla fan, I don't think that you'll hate it, even though there's vanilla in it. Some people are like, absolutely no vanilla. But this, even though it's in the name and it's in the description, it's not super, super strong on the vanilla to me. Stephanie, if you want to chime in, I don't find it to be super, like I said, super strong with the vanilla. So I actually really, really like this one, Vanilla Mint. This is January's scent of the month. And the Star Dance Warmer I actually have sitting right here in front of me too. So I'm going to show you guys that. It's so pretty. It's so unique. It's the only warmer that we have that I've ever seen that actually twinkles, that doesn't just stay on static. It's a rose gold color, which is, you know, all the rage right now. Everybody loves, well, I guess not everybody doesn't love rose gold, but you either love it or you hate it. And I'm in the love it camp for rose gold because I think it's super pretty. The description says Star Dance features an internal multi-point light source viewed through holographic film to create a twinkling three-dimensional starry night effect. And it's really, really cool. So first I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to take my dish off because I was just making samples and I don't want to have wax go everywhere. But you can see, sort of, my fingerprints are all over it, but it's a pretty rose gold color. And then I'm going to turn it on. And so you can see it starts doing these little random twinkles all by itself. It's so cool. And it's kind of, on my phone, it's a little bit more gold looking, but in real life, it is a really pretty, almost like a very light mauve, pretty rose gold color, even when it's twinkling. So like I said, I know on the videos that I've been seeing, and even the one that I posted, it looks more gold than what it really is. I think it's just a hard color to capture, but in real life, it's a very, very pretty color. And it does have, like, if I bring it in closer, you can probably see, it does look kind of three-dimensional. So it's not just a star flashing on there. It's really, really cool. And it just keeps doing that constantly. Now, the one thing with this is it is an element warmer. And so it will not warm wax if you don't have it turned on. So in order for it to warm wax, you do have to have those lights flickering. There's no way to pause them or stop them or have it warm wax without that being on. So just keep that in mind. But it is really pretty. It has a frosted clear dish, which is awesome because it's very versatile and makes for really cool effect. So let me get this back on here, and I'm going to unplug it so I don't knock it over. So this is it's a $50 warmer. So in January, it's going to be $45. Your Scentsy bar is going to be $5.40. And you also have the option of a scent circle in the Vanilla Mint scent for $2.70 and a room spray for $7.20. I feel like Vanilla Mint would be, or a room spray would be great for Vanilla Mint because it's just got that kind of like fresh feeling to it, I think, because of that wintergreen. So I think it's a really good scent to do in a room spray. So I am doing pre-orders because I do have quite a few people who have already told me that they want one of these. If you are interested in me ordering one for you on the 1st, let me know. The sooner the better, because I am going to put it in first thing in the morning on January 1st. I anticipate it's going to be big. I anticipate this is going to be like Stargaze level. I think Scentsy is more prepared this time around than they were for Stargaze. I don't think, as we all know, Stargaze went on back order really quickly, and I think we've learned our lesson from that, and hopefully we won't have any issues, but I do suspect it's going to be a huge seller. I've seen a lot of interest in it all over the internet. I had family members over on Christmas Eve, and I got 2 pre-orders before dinner because people said, yep, I want to order that one whenever it becomes available. So it's going to be popular for sure. So let me know if you want either one of those. And then, hold on, I can't reach my bars. Give me one sec. All right, so let's talk about Bring Back My Bar. Okay, we've got 25 scents that are coming back in January. A pretty good variety, I think. I think we did a good job. We, as in everybody that voted, did a good job of bringing back a really good variety of scents this time. We've got some fruities, we've got some florals, we've got some masculine scents, we've got some really springy summer ones, we've got a couple that are a little bit more fall winter, so it's a really good variety, and I'm excited for quite a few of them. There's a lot of these that I have never smelled before myself. There's quite a few that I have, but there are a lot that I have never smelled before. I have sniffed most of them today. Emily insisted on giving me her opinion, and I wish I would have gotten all of that on video. But before dinner, they were sitting on the counter. It's freezing cold here in Michigan, and so when I got my box today, everything was just ice cold, and so I wanted them to kind of warm up a little bit before I smelled them. And so they were all sitting on the counter, and she came up and wanted to smell every single one of them and then told me what she thought they smelled like. And I would say probably 80% of them, the consensus between the girls was that they smelled like fruit snacks. So there you go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start. It's going to be kind of random. I had them in that pretty rainbow earlier, but when I packed them up to bring them in here, I just kind of threw them in a box. So we're going to go ahead and start with Aussie Plum. This has a pretty plum colored sticker. It's kind of like a magenta color. Same thing with the wax. It's kind of like a maroon plum color. The description from Scentsy is juicy plum, pink grapefruit, and tart pomegranate with smooth vanilla. So I don't really smell a lot of vanilla in here. Maybe a little bit on the top. It's definitely sweet. I feel like it's going to be strong. We had this scent last year or the year before. It was either my first fall winter. Must have been my first fall winter. We had this one, but I never really got to smell it very much. But this reminds me of, like, we've got Pretty and Plum right now, and I find that it's a little bit similar to that. Like I said, I don't smell a lot of vanilla in here. I smell plum, I smell grapefruit, I do smell that citrus from the grapefruit, and then the tart pomegranate in there, I definitely do smell. This is definitely fruity. I don't smell a ton of vanilla. I think it's going to warm fairly strong, but I think it's going to be a really good one. So this is Aussie Plum. Next we have, and I broke the top of my clamshell off today. Well, actually, it came partially smashed. You know, I want to mention that. If you guys are ordering direct ship items from Scentsy directly to you, if you ever get bars where the clamshells are broken, either on the top like this one or like this, let me know. Because I've been having some issues with it, and I think it's just a shipping thing. But when I've contacted support about it, they like that we provide them the feedback, because they don't know if things are coming damaged when they get there. I mean, obviously the wax is perfectly fine, but if you get any broken clamshells, let me know so that I can go back to support and let them know so that they can see if there's any kind of pattern or anything like that. So that was just a side note, because a lot of mine were broken this time. So next up is Oats and Honey, which is a huge favorite. One of my favorites, one of the very first scents that I ever warmed from Scentsy. In fact, I ordered a nightlight warmer and a 3-pack of bars on my very, very first Scentsy order, and my bars were blueberry cheesecake, oats and honey, and camu camu. And I love all 3 of them still, but this is probably... it's in my top 3 of all time that I have smelled. So it is awesome, and it comes back pretty frequently, but it makes me really, really happy when it does, because I love it so much. And I stock up on it, but I always use it all up. So Oats and Honey is a buttery mix of toasted oats and Tupelo honey, oven crisped with vanilla and maple. So it's definitely a baked good corner cafe category scent. It's not super sweet, and I think that's what I mean, I like the sweet scents, but every once in a while I get something like blueberry cheesecake I love, but I have to turn it off after a little while because it gets so sweet that it's almost overpowering. This is not like that. It's definitely sweet. It's got the maple, it's got vanilla, it's got honey, but it's not It's not super sweet. It reminds me of, think of granola bars or oatmeal. That's what it reminds me of. It's just a very warm, perfect for the winter time. I could warm it all year long, but I definitely think this is more of one of those winter baking type scents. But oats and honey, very popular. I don't know if Allison hopped on yet, or Shelly, but I know both of them are huge fans of this, as am I. Super excited to have this one back again. All right. You guys, if anybody has questions, let me know. I don't know if I don't know if I can't see comments or if nobody's talking. So if anybody wants to chat, feel free so that I can see if my comments are working. Because I'm not seeing any, and usually people are chitter-chattering. Or somebody send me a text and let me know if they're not working, because I don't have my computer in front of me. I can go get it if I need to. All right, so next up is Twilight. Sorry. Next up is Twilight, and it has a black sticker and bright red wax. Now, I don't know if, I'm not familiar with this scent, so I don't know if they did that on purpose. Well, I mean, obviously they did it on purpose, but I don't know if the reason that they did it was because of the whole Twilight movie thing. I was never into that. So, but I just thought that was kind of funny that it's black and red. So maybe that's what they did it for. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure when this one was out. I know it was before I became a consultant. So I think maybe they were paying homage to that. I'm not sure. Okay, Twilight is a lovely, sophisticated scent infused with soft, romantic florals and ocean air. And it's a really good description. It's definitely a floral scent. Yeah, see, I can't see any of those comments. So you guys are talking to me and I can't see it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have Matt grab my computer for me so I can at least pull you guys up on there. Hang on 1 sec. Matt's getting the computer for me, so I'll get that set up so I can at least see what you guys are saying, because it's way more fun that way, right? All right, so anyway, Twilight. It's definitely floral. The ocean air that they describe, it's kind of got a little bit of freshness to it. I would put this in a romance category. It's pretty nice. I think it might be a little bit too floral for my liking. I am going to warm it and make samples, but if you like the florals, if you like those scents like satin sheets or I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but if you like those kind of the romantic scents, this would be great in a bedroom. This one will be something that you will like. You want to come say hi? He doesn't want to say hi. All right. So give me a second, guys. I'm going to set this up so I can see your comments. He didn't want to come on and say hi. All right, let's see here. Sorry. Someone play some elevator music while we're waiting. See, now you guys can't talk about me because I'm going to be able to see what you're saying. All right, let me mute this. Come on. All right. Okay. Jeopardy. Okay, so I'm not going to go back all the way through. Okay, vanilla mint. Okay, Stephanie, yeah, it is a little bit. Are you okay, you love it. I was going to say, do you love it or not? Okay, I don't want to go through all of the other comments because I don't want to get, like, too crazy out of the way, but, all right, so I think I'm caught up. We talked about Twilight. I think they did Red and Black on purpose. I think maybe Stephanie agrees with me. Hang on, guys. All right. So next, let's do, and I don't know what the delay is like on these comments, so bear with me if you ask something or you say something and I'm still not paying attention. I don't know what's going on with the phone, but anyway. Okay, so next up is Peony Petals. And this one is Peony and Rose Petals Dance on a Soft Breeze. And this is definitely floral, but I honestly like this. I'm not usually a huge floral lover because to me they usually smell perfumey. But this one I actually really like. I like that it's really true floral. It really does smell like peonies. I picked peonies from my mom and dad's front yard last year and put them all over the house, and it really does smell just like that. I haven't warmed it yet. I know Tara is excited for this one. I don't know if she's on, but this is definitely one that obviously is floral, but it's not that perfumey floral that like my nose usually doesn't like. So I think this will be a good one. Peony Petals, pink sticker, pretty pink wax. Let's see. Next up is Vanilla Suede. And this one has been back several times too. This is one of those that almost every single time we do bring back my bar, it comes back. People love it so much. Kind of like a tan sticker, brown wax. And the description is classic vanilla with rich amber and hints of sandalwood and spice. And Scentsy straight up tells you this is a masculine scent, which I appreciate because it is. I don't love it. Tons of people do. You do get vanilla. You do get the sandalwood. It's definitely masculine. You get that suede type smell. It's not as masculine as weathered leather, but it's definitely a masculine scent. So I don't hate it, but this is not one that I buy on a regular basis. But if you do like those more masculine scents, and what I hear from consultants down in the South, like in Texas, is that this is their #1 seller. Probably because of all the leather, and the suede, I guess. But, so it is hugely popular. Like I said, not one of my personal favorites, but a lot of people love it as Vanilla Suede. And I still don't think I can see comments, but whatever. I'll go back and answer your questions and chat with you guys after. All right, next up is Fried Ice Cream. And I'm really excited for this one. I had never smelled this one, but I have heard amazing things about it. And I could tell it was going to be something that I was going to like. A nutty touch of vanilla along with cinnamon and caramel. So basically heaven, I think. And it is. It's very cinnamony. Kind of reminds me of cinnamon vanilla or the, what was our brick? Cinnamon chai latte, our brick that we had. Kind of reminds me of that. You definitely do smell a little bit of vanilla. I am really excited for this one because this is like I said, this is right in my wheelhouse. Like my nose loves these kinds of scents. So this is Fried Ice Cream. Tan wax, tan sticker. Super yummy. Definitely baked good corner cafe category for that one. It smells yummy. I don't know when you said that, but it smells yummy. All right, next up is Simply Rose. So we've got a really pretty pale pink sticker and pale pink wax. And again, much like Peony Petals, this is very true to its name. It smells just like roses. And I actually really like this one because just like with Peony Petals, it's very true. It's not one of those that's like a whole mixture of flowers and it smells perfumey. My nose doesn't do perfumey, doesn't do florals generally, but this is very simple. The description is a fragrance for those who love the scent of pure rose, and it couldn't be more spot on because it's exactly what it smells like. Go buy a bouquet of roses, close your eyes, smell it, then open this up, close your eyes, smell it, and you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Simply Rose, very good for everybody, I think. All right, next up is Boho. Purple sticker, my favorite color, purple wax. Description of Boho is, this clamshell is messed up. Clove-studded winter apples entwined with juicy black plums, candied mulberries, and cinnamon stick. So this one kind of sounds like it's going to smell like a whole lot of different things. So yeah, this is one of those that kind of reminds me of something, but I can't think of what it is. To me, it's a fall scent. It kind of reminds me of like when you go into a store or a restaurant or church or something during the holidays when they've got kind of all of those Christmas scents going on. And I know it talks about apples, but I think it's the clove and maybe the mulberries. I don't know what it is, but it's really nice. We had this one. I think this was as a fairly recent retiree too, maybe from 2 years ago. But it smells really good. It's not overly sweet. Definitely a sweeter scent, but not super sweet. Not one of those that you're going to have to turn off. But it's nice. I like it. It's kind of, I think it's good for this time of year because it's not super Christmassy, but it feels wintry to me. All right, next up is Fuzzy Blanket. And I actually just made samples of this yesterday because this was back in our flash sale in August, and I grabbed a couple bars of it because people had been raving about it and I hadn't smelled it. So I grabbed it. Snuggle up to the soft scent of lavender, sandalwood, and sweet honeysuckle. So this one to me, I think Fuzzy Blanket is a great name for it because it really does remind me of like kind of like fabric softener, but a little bit sweeter. So it does remind me of like you want to snuggle up with your warm laundry. It's soft. It's a little bit sweet. I think the sandalwood helps tone it down. I'm not a lavender fan, but this kind of reminds me of like a softer jammy time is what this kind of reminds me of. And I really like it warming. I made samples yesterday and my house smelled amazing. So yeah, I like this one. I really, really do. It's like I said, it's very soft. It kind of reminds me of like a laundry type scent, but not super clean. It's that little bit sweeter laundry scent. Like I would want to wash my clothes in it and then like wrap up in warm blankets. Fuzzy Blanket. Oh, well, lint from the dryer. I don't know. Is that a bad thing or a good? You know what? That's kind of what it reminds me of when you are like outside and someone's doing laundry and you can smell it coming out of their dryer vent. That kind of smell. It's like a fabric softener dryer smell, but it's a good one. It's a good one. It's not like that's super clean. Good call, Steph. All right. Next up is Beach. And if you have been around Scentsy, you know how exciting it is to have Beach back. Beach is fantastic. One of my favorites. Huge, huge, huge seller for me, for a lot of people. There were tears shed when Scentsy discontinued Beach last year. So, papayas and honeydew sweetened with a hint of coconut. It smells like the beach. It really does. It's kind of like a little fruity, obviously. Kind of reminds me of sitting like at a tiki bar on the edge of the beach down in South Carolina or wherever. It's kind of sweet, very, refreshing, not a clean type of scent, but it's refreshing. It's one of those where you can open the windows and put this in, and your entire house will just smell absolutely fantastic. Love it. I hoarded a whole bunch of bars of this when it went away. I think I have maybe 1 bar left, so I will definitely be buying more of this. It is awesome. Light blue sticker, pretty ivory cream colored wax. This is awesome. And this is a great scent for if you are buying a gift for somebody, or if you're trying to share Scentsy with someone and you don't know what kind of scents they like. Beach is something that I think is very, it can appeal to almost everybody. I have never met anyone who doesn't like this scent. It's just very middle of the road. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly fruity. It's not floral. It's not masculine. It just kind of is like right in the middle. I think that, like I said, it's a great scent for if you're buying a gift for someone, or you want to share Scentsy with them and you don't know what kind of scents they normally gravitate towards. Beach is a safe bet because it's kind of right across the middle and it appeals to just about everybody. Okay, I'm reading comments. Stephanie's funny. All right, next up, you guys, is Mediterranean Spa. Almost the same color sticker as Beach. Light blue sticker, light blue wax on this one. This says, relax with this smooth, fresh, and breezy scent. So it doesn't really give me a whole lot of hints as to what it's going to smell like. I like this. This is another one I feel like could be a middle of the road. This is a little bit cleaner to me, and it's a smidge more masculine. That someone was knocking on my door. I don't know what that smell is because they didn't give me any hints, but it's nice. It does smell spa-like, so it reminds me of if you do go to a spa, like the kind of smell, you know, the kind of scents that they've got going around there with lotions and all that other stuff. But it's a little bit more masculine than what I was expecting, but I like it. Thanks, Shelly. My sponsor, Ashley, got me this. I know it's backwards for you guys, but it says Wax Bars and Superstars, which is the name of my team. I'm so excited. And it's pink and purple, and it keeps my drinks cold. Okay, Mediterranean Spa. So I do like this. Like I said, it's a little more masculine than Beach, but it's nice. I think it's kind of refreshing, cool. Next up is Shaka. So this has a really pretty blue color sticker and wax, and this is one I think that retired at the end of last summer. Definitely a masculine scent. Rich sandalwood infused with a splash of bergamot and lime. So this kind of reminds me of, what do we have right now? Bergamot solar driftwood, I believe, is what we have. It kind of reminds me of that. It's definitely masculine. There's that very subtle hint of lime, I think, that keeps it from going like way over the masculine bridge. That little bit of fruit in there. Look at this clamshell. It's nice. Again, not something that I would order for myself, but I know a lot of people that like this. I've been contacting quite a few people that have ordered this in the past for me to let them know that it's back, because they're very excited. So again, that's Shaka. Oh, next up is Pear Blossom and Cucumber. We love this one. This was our scent of the month last February, I think. February, March. And it's awesome. Pear Blossom, Rain Kiss Jasmine, Honeydew, and Meyer Lemon, smoothed by a splash of cucumber water. So this, it reminds you of Cucumber Melon if you do Bath and Body Works, or if you ever had, I think there was a Pear Blossom something or another at Victoria's Secret that I used to use a long time ago. It's right right in there with those. It's very spring and summery. It's a refreshing, sweet, I actually have the room spray it for this in my car. And I have gone to, okay, so I spray room spray in my car after I go to McDonald's with the kids because French fries don't smell good in the car the next day, like the French fry smell. So, sorry. Shelly, I'm going to answer your question about the lavender. I assume that was on Fuzzy Blanket, so I will answer you. So, yeah, the smell of French fries is not good the next day in the car. And so I have the room spray, Pear Blossom and Cucumber room spray in my car, and I spray it in there every time we go to McDonald's. And it makes the car smell so much better. But yeah, this one is fantastic. If you were around when this was here last year, it was a huge hit. We were really bummed that it didn't make it into the catalog. We can cross our fingers and hope that it comes back in the spring, but I'm not sure. But I am super glad that it's back right now because it is awesome and I need more of it. So Shelly, you had asked about the lavender, and I assumed that you meant in Fuzzy Blanket, and it's not really strong. It's kind of barely there. It reminds me of the, I'm trying to think. To me, there's not as much lavender scent in this as there is in Jammy Time. And to me, Jammy Time isn't super duper lavender strong anyway. So if we were going to say, you know, Jammy Time was like 50% lavender, I would take this down to like 25%, if that makes any sense. It's there, just barely, but I do not like lavender. I do not like it. My nose just doesn't like it. It's one of those that it makes my nose itch and I sneeze. But I can do Jammy Time and I can do Fuzzy Blanket. So it's there, but just barely. I hate that I can't see these comments when they're coming up. This makes me so mad. Anyway, all right, so Simply Irresistible is next. It has a light green sticker and a light, kind of almost like a lime green colored wax. And this is lavender with a strong woody background of amber, moss, and musk. So this is definitely masculine. And this reminds me of like a men's body wash. So it's got like that clean, I don't know, that clean scent. I was looking at the description to see what was in there again. It smells clean, but it smells masculine. This reminds me of like a men's body wash, a fresh men's body wash. Simply Irresistible. I mean, it makes sense, right? All right, next we have eucalyptus, and this is hugely popular as well. Soothing, medicinal, and fresh. I mean, it's one of those, just like Simply Rose, that it's to the point. You don't have to sugarcoat anything. You don't have to come up with fancy words. It smells like eucalyptus. It smells like straight up eucalyptus. So this is good when you're sick in the wintertime. It's like Just Breathe, except you don't get that citrus that Just Breathe gives you. So Just Breathe kind of mellows out that eucalyptus with the citrus, which makes it a little bit more of a unique scent. This is straight up eucalyptus. So great for when you're not feeling well. I can't see anything. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, if you like eucalyptus, you can't get anything any better than this. Next is A Wink and a Smile. This has a light orange peach colored sticker, more light orange than peach, and a light orange wax. And as soon as I open it up, I can smell it. It smells so good. This says a flirty, girly, fresh scent of tulips and daffodils in full bloom, rounded out with plummy lemonade. And this one is one that Emily smelled earlier, so I know that it's very fruity. It does have that little bit of floral scent from the daffodils and the tulips, but it's got fruit too. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Pear Blossom and Cucumber. it's good. It's a springy summer scent. Trying to get creative here. Oh, Stephanie. I love that song, Simply Irresistible. Now it's going to be in my head. Anyway, Wink and a Smile. So it's fruity, does kind of remind me a little bit of Pear Blossom and Cucumber, and it's not super floral. Despite the description being tulips and daffodils, the first two things, it's not overly floral. I haven't warmed it yet, but it doesn't come across to me as one that's going to be super floral. I feel like my nose will like this. A Wink and a Smile. Next up is French Toast. And I love French Toast. I voted for this a lot this time. When I first became a consultant, there was a girl that lived fairly close to me that was not a consultant anymore, and I wanted some bars, so I bought some bars from her, and French Toast was one of them, and it was one. And I warmed it, and I was like, I need a truckload of this, and then discovered that it was not a current scent. I got really sad. So French Toast says, a perfect light slice of bread dunked in golden egg batter, dusted with powdered sugar, and finished with a swirl of sweet maple syrup. So it smells like you're making French toast. It's got the cinnamon, it's got the maple, it's got sugar, I don't want to say eggy, but it's kind of got that like richness to it. Similar to me to fried ice cream. I feel like I just want to smell them together. They're very similar. I feel like fried ice cream is a little bit stronger on the cinnamon. And French Toast is like less cinnamon, but a little bit more maple. They're both really, really good. Also reminds me of Cozy Chai and that cinnamon chai latte. So if you like the cinnamon, the warm, the sweet, either one of these would be excellent for you to try. This one is French Toast. I love it. But I'm really intrigued by this fried ice cream too. I think that's going to be something I'm going to need to grab more of too. Stephanie, yeah, it's kind of buttery is a good way to put it. Because it's got like that richness to it. That's the only thing I can think of to describe it. But you know what? It's not like Caramel Vanilla Delight to me is like really buttery. This isn't that buttery, if that makes sense. I know where you're going with that question, and I get ya, and hopefully my answer helped. It's got a little bit of that like butteriness to it, yes. All right, next up is Cherry Limeade. Again, another one that we've seen back several times. It's a crowd favorite. People vote for it like crazy every time it comes back. Red sticker, pretty red wax. Smells like Sonic. Cherry Limeade. Zesty key lime, sweet cherry, and juicy berry. A delicious scent reminiscent of a soda fountain drink. And it does. It smells like if you go to Sonic and you get, or whatever kind of place you have around you like that, and you get a Cherry Limeade, it's exactly what it smells like. To me, I like the fruity scents, but to me this one is like a too sweet for me when I warm it. I was making samples of this one yesterday because this is one that I had from last time, and I had left the house. I went outside for something, and then I came back in, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Now, if you have a very large space to fill, this is great for that because it will do that because it is so strong. And it's kind of like blueberry cheesecake in that sense, where it is a very strong scent, at least to me. So I ended up turning it off. no, I didn't turn it off. I came back in, I made my samples, and then I wiped it out and I moved on to something else. It's very good. I like it. It's just a little bit on the strong side for me. But if you like strong or you have a really large space to fill, it's a really good one. Next up is Mandarin Moon. And as suspected, it has a pretty orange sticker and orange wax. Spirited Cinnamon, Glowing Ginger, Sweet Orange, and Star Anise. So this one reminds me of Mandarin Toffee Treat, which was our September scent of the month. Is that September? God, it feels like so long ago. With the Jack Warmer. But this one is less sweet than that. It doesn't have that toffee sweetness to it. I feel like you get more cinnamon in this and more orange. And then you get just a tiny bit of that star anise, that little spice that you get from that. Very, very subtle. I like this. I think I'm going to I found Mandarin Toffee Treat to be a little bit on the sweet side for me. And I think this is a little bit less than that, just based on the cold smell. So I think I'm going to like this one a little bit more. I know this is a really popular one. It definitely has that orange on the bottom, which means you're going to smell that more when it's warming. So if you like the citrus scents, this is definitely one that you're going to want to try. And I realize this is all backwards for you guys, but when I flip my camera around, it wigs me out. I can't do it. So sorry. Shelly, it's similar, but it's not as spicy. So Orange Clove Pomander has that spice from the cloves in it. This doesn't. This has a little bit of cinnamon, but it's sweeter, more sweet, less spice than the Orange Clove Pomander. This one I feel like is more of a year-round scent, whereas Orange Clove Pomander I find to be holiday, like from fall into winter. All right, next up is Cranberry Spice. This one I had never smelled before, and this was one that Emily made me smell. She said it smelled like fruit snacks. It doesn't. It doesn't smell like fruit snacks. I wish we would have had this a month ago, because this is definitely a Christmassy one to me. So this says, a generous blend of cloves and ginger help define the sophistication of tart cranberry. And this is really good. It kind of reminds me of Christmas Cottage, but not quite as sweet as Christmas Cottage. This is a little bit like more mellow, I think, ginger and cloves. It's definitely a great holiday scent. Like I said, I wish we would have had this a month ago. I would have warmed it for all of my Christmas festivities. It's really good if you like the Christmassy holiday scents. I don't have my cranberry and tinsel, but I feel like it kind of reminds me of cranberry and tinsel. Oh, it's a little bit sweeter than that, I think. I don't know. I don't have it close by, but this is really nice. This is Cranberry Spice. Like I said, I wish we would have had this in December, because it's definitely a holiday scent. I like it though. All right, next up is Flower Shop. Green sticker, green wax. And it says, just like walking into a flower shop. And it is correct. This is, it smells like fresh cut flowers. But to me, it's more of the greenery. So, I'm going to warm this. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those that's going to be too floral for me. It does smell good. It smells like you're walking into a florist, and you get that whole, like, plethora of smells from all of the different flowers. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's one of those where the name is spot on and the description is spot on. I'm kind of on this. I don't know if my nose is going to like it. But if you like florals and you like the smell of flower shops, I bet you're going to like this. Megan, he's good. It's good. French toast is so good. So good. French toast and fried ice cream. Doesn't that sound amazing? Let's see. All right, mulberry bush. So this is, we had this a couple of years ago. I know Missy, I don't think Missy's on here, but this is her favorite. This is a maroon mulberry colored sticker and a maroon mulberry colored wax. Sweet mulberry accented with bittersweet orange peels. And this is a strong one. This reminds me. All right, so you know what this reminds me of, you guys? So if you've made Kool-Aid in your life and you rip open the Kool-Aid packet, like cherry or black cherry Kool-Aid, and you pour it into the pitcher and then like the dust comes out and you smell the dust, that's what this smells like. So it's sweet. It's definitely sweet. I don't know how strong it's going to warm. It's really good. It smells really good. But that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like Kool-Aid powder. The smell of the Kool-Aid powder. Cherry Kool-Aid powder. I don't really smell, maybe I do smell a little bit of orange in there. I don't know, but it's really good. That one was mulberry bush. I feel like this one is could be a good year-round scent. I think you could definitely warm it in the winter, but I think it's sweet enough, and there isn't really any spice to it, that you could definitely do it in the summer. Kool-Aid powder. You guys, I have to do this because it's so hard, especially with some of these descriptions. When I read them, I'm like, what does that smell like? And I know, I mean, if you guys could smell these, it would be so much easier. But that's the downfall of having a scent fragrance-based business and trying to work it online when people aren't able to smell things before they buy them. So I really try to equate them to real life things to kind of give you guys a better idea of what they smell like, because I know that the descriptions can sometimes be a little bit tricky. So I hope that it helps. I know a lot of people tell me that these help, so I hope they do help you guys decide on scents that you order. Enchanted Mist, Enchanted Mist has like a light bluish gray colored sticker and a very pale, it's like an off-white beigey colored wax. Romantic blend of juicy apples, enchanted and sweetened by rose petals and rich jasmine. I think we had this one back last year. The name sounds familiar to me. So I smell, I don't know what I smell. Jasmine? Juicy apples. So I don't smell a lot of rose, but I think I smell jasmine and I smell apple. So it's a little bit fruity and a little bit floral. I like it. I'm going to have to see how this one warms. This is it kind of reminds me of beach, but like throw in some floral, because it definitely has more floral than beach does, but it's kind of that refreshing type scent that beach is, but like I said, it's got a little bit more floral to it. So I'm not so sure. I mean, a lot of people like this one. I'm just, for my nose, I'm not so sure. I'm going to have to warm this one for samples and see how I feel about it. All right, guys, we have 2 left. And we're going to do fresh cut grass first. Smells just like freshly cut fairway on a cool summer morning. So I hate the smell of grass. I hate it. Hate it. But that being said, I warmed this for samples yesterday. I had a bar left, or part of a bar left, from the last time that we had this scent last summer when it came back. I think it was last summer. And it's not bad when it's warming. I don't love it in the clamshell, but it doesn't say that, but it's got a tiny, to me, it has a very, very, very tiny bit of sweetness to it. Because if it didn't, I don't think I'd be able to handle it. And warming, it definitely warms better than what I remembered from when I did samples last time. I know a lot of people love this one. It is a fresh scent, but it's not, I mean, I wouldn't buy this for myself just because like I said, cannot stand the smell of fresh cut grass. But this is, it's better than real fresh cut grass, I think. So if you do like fresh cut grass, you'll probably like this because it's even better. Like I said, not one that I'm going to order for myself, but it is not awful. Last up is Ambrosia, and it's funny that this is last because this is the one I was most looking forward to trying. I had never smelled it. I've heard a lot of people rave about it. And then I read the description and I was like, holy smokes, I need to smell it because it's got like every fruit that I love, and I couldn't wait to try it. So, the sweetest fruit salad ever. Tropical pineapple, mandarin orange slices, juicy pears, and ripe Concord grapes with hints of jam and fruit nectar. So, hold on, can't get it out. It's fruity. It's fruity, fruity, fruity. It reminds me of pixie sticks or like Fun Dip, maybe. They're not that sweet. It does smell like a fruit salad. It smells like when I went to Hawaii on my honeymoon and they had like this ginormous fruit bowl on the buffet. That's what it reminds me of. It's fruity, it's light, it's summery. It is sweet, but I feel like it's one of those that's not going to be a sickeningly sweet smell, despite all of those sweet fruits that are in there. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Ambrosia. And it's, I didn't show you. Sticker and wax are both a pretty red color. It smells really good. Alright, so I'm trying to read comments because I want to see if there's anybody else that wants me to go back and look at anything, or go back over anything. So let me see if I can refresh this. I don't think my comments are up to date, or up to the minute, because I'm still reading Mandarin Moon. So, you guys, if you have questions, or if you've posted a question as a comment and I didn't reply to it, I apologize. I will reply to you once I go sit back down with the computer and go through them all. I don't know what the deal is with the phone and the Facebook Live and all that good stuff. With Ambrosia, is there any tartness or is it all sweet? It's kind of all sweet to me. There might be a little bit of tartness when you warm it because I smell, I guess, a tiny, tiny bit on the bottom. Top notes are definitely sweet. Definitely sweet. It reminds me, like I said, it reminds me of like pixie sticks. But I guess maybe from the orange you might get a tiny, and the pineapple you might get a tiny bit of tartness, but it's a really sweet one. Shelly, it's sweet. I think I'm gonna love it though. I love the way it smells in the clamshell. All right, so like I said, if you guys asked questions, I will come back and answer them in the comments. And if you need me to go back over anything, or if you need me to message you about anything or whatever, just let me know. So I'm going to be working on samples of all of these this weekend. I started yesterday with ones that I already had on hand from previous, when they were here previously. So I do have some made already, but not that many, only about like 6 cents. But I'm going to try and get all 25 made over the next couple days, the next week or so. So if you guys want samples, I'll do a separate post because I don't want them to get lost in these comments from the video, but I'll do a separate post. If you will list 3 scents that you would like to try, I will try my best to send you 2 of those 3. If I can send all 3, I will. I just don't know if how quickly I'm gonna get through doing all of these. But I will get as many out to you guys as I possibly can, because I know it's super important for you guys to be able to smell these before you buy them. Again, prices are single Scentsy bar is $6. You can do the twin pack, which remember has to be 2 of the same scent. Those are $11. 6 packs are $30. That's your buy 1 get 1 free, or buy 5 get 1 free. Or you can buy the entire set of 25 for $126, which is a $24 savings. And they are only available for the month of January. You can mix and match these with any other bar. So you can build a 6-pack and have 2 Bring Back My bars and 4 regular bars out of the catalog. You can build a 6-pack with all of your Bring Back My bars. You can do it any way you want. You can mix and match them with other bars into the Combine and Saves with warmers or just the bars by themselves. The only ones you can't mix and match is that twin pack. It has to be 2 of the same scent. Anything else? Trying to think while I got you guys on here. I don't want to keep you too long, but don't forget about Vanilla Mint. That one is coming out on Monday. And also Pristine Waters and our Summer Sandcastle Warmer are going away after Sunday. So if you remember, I took it downstairs, the Summer Sandcastle Warmer. I'll post a picture of it in the group. That really cute sandcastle with the pretty aqua colored dish on top with the little light holes where the light comes out of it. And then Pristine Waters, which I think I have here, but kind of a little bit masculine. I don't have the description handy, but I'll grab it and I'll put it in with the picture. But if you want to get either one of those, make sure that you get with me by tomorrow, because I'm putting my last order in tomorrow night. I am not putting Scentsy orders in on New Year's Eve. It's not like I have any like crazy exciting plans, but I'm not putting Scentsy orders in on New Year's Eve. You can do that if you would like, but my last order is going in tomorrow night. So if you want to get Scarlet Woods at 10% off, or the Wildlife Warmer, the really pretty Wildlife Warmer with the birchwood base at 10% off, Summer Sandcastle or Pristine Waters, those will be completely gone after Sunday. So snag any of that stuff that you want as quickly as possible. Also, the Harvest and Holiday Collection items are all in the clearance section right now. I do not know if they are taking those out after December 31st. Usually they do, but we haven't, I don't think. Okay, Stephanie's giving me the description for Pristine Waters. Drift easy over fresh bergamot zest, beach grass, and vetiver. So it is a little bit masculine. It's kind of a clean, fresh, ocean type scent, but it's got that little masculine tone to it. I liked it. I remember I don't warm it. I don't warm it. I haven't warmed it like since that month, but it was a nice scent and I sold a lot of it. So if you want to get any of that, like I said, the Harvest and the Holiday stuff, I don't know if they're taking that out of the clearance catalog or our clearance section or not. Normally they tell us that that stuff is around until December 31st, so it's very likely that they could pull that all out of clearance after Sunday. So if you don't want to risk it, that Build a Snowman warmer is in there. I think I'm grabbing that one. I don't think I have anything else for you guys. I'm trying to read comments over here, think in my brain if there's anything else I want to talk about. And I'm drawing a blank now. So if you guys have questions, I say it on every video, post them in the group. I love it when you guys share pictures of your personal Scentsy. I'm so excited that so many people gave and received Scentsy for Christmas. It makes me so, so happy. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I hope you all have a fantastic New Year. We've got super, super exciting stuff coming in January. Double half off Hostess rewards are coming. So if you have been thinking about having a party, do it in January. Get double half off Hostess rewards. They only do that once a year. It's a great way to get a bunch more stuff for half off. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. So have a great night, you guys. Thanks for coming and listening to me describe these to the best of my ability. I hope that it helps you make some choices. I'm going to put up a sample request post shortly, so you can list your samples there. Give me up to 3, and I will try and send you at least 2 of those. And they'll probably be going out next week. I'm off another week with the kids. So hopefully I can get those out for you guys. All right, you guys, have a great night and have a fantastic new year. I will talk to you soon.